in your books, Our Drunken World, which is a book that I really admire because
Thank you very much.
It is among the very books that I have read,
Thank you.
which at least has a sense of seeing the world how it is. So now I want to understand what is the reason.
Reason is what each and every prophet was crucified for.
Why first government by reason? Why there is this self-governance?
Do you understand that life actually is in your own hand? Do you understand that no one owes you a living? Do you understand that you have to sustain yourself, or lest you perish? So, welcome to the world. Live or die.
Hello everyone who's watching us. Welcome to the Independentalism podcast. This is Eli Rumva, and today, as we always do, we are going to have a discussion which is based on the upcoming book called Our Drunken World, which was written by a writer with whom I have an opportunity to be together with. So let me get him first introduced.
Thank you very much, Mr. Eli. My name is Birem Brande. Thank you for receiving me once more.
Okay, likewise. Today we are going to have a discussion on the government by reason, or in other terms, the self-government. First of all, this I have an impression because it is rare. Many people think that a government is what we know. A government which dictates rules and which people abide those rules and live by. So it is common that we all know that we are living life based on what they tell us, which of course is right and wrong, of course, and we follow them. That's how it is common. That's why maybe I may begin by asking, because in the book, Our Drunken World, it is where it is developed the government by reason first. So the government by reason, why first government by reason?
The first question I will ask you, put back to you. Do you understand that government by reason within yourself? Do you understand it? Do you understand that life actually is in your own hand? Do you understand that no one owes you a living? Do you understand that you have to sustain yourself, or lest you perish? So, welcome to the world. Live or die. No one cares. Therefore, the government by reason. So, the government by reason is the government where man is the master of his own life, where man is conscious, not only conscious, but also rational to the type of life that he's living. Because he understands that he is in this world as a visitor, and he came in this world. There, of course, are the fellow men, and his fellow men too, as visitors. They are just companions. But the life that he needs is the life of his own making. And it is in his hand to make sure that such a life happens, lest he dies. So here's where the government by reason starts. But the government by reason is only led by simple things. We have choices, we have actions, but of course, which are there in order to beautify existence, to beautify coexistence.
Yes, I understand why government by reason, because as you come to say, you say that normally a person is the one who face consequences alone, is the one who experience life for himself. No one cares if what I did is making consequences to me. It is me who will face them. So, which of course signals a need that I, because I am the one who's living everything, I must be sure if my actions or my living, I understand it and I abide it with a reason.
Yeah, that's correct. You have to understand that you have choices and actions, but also understand that each and every choice and action has with it consequences, and these consequences you have to bear them. Therefore, the government by reason is not only a matter of governing itself, but also being responsible and accountable of all the consequences which will emanate for your choices and actions. Of course, noble choices and actions will be rewarded with virtue, and negative ones, of course, you understand, they'll go with punishment.
I want that before maybe we go further. First, I am in a need of understanding now what is a reason, because I understand that a man has a need of governing himself. But as you come to say, it is not only a matter of governing for yourself, but also there is this reason, which is the one which guide this government. So now I want to understand what is a reason.
A reason is a very complicated matter, but I'll put it a bit easy for you to understand.
Yes.
The reason is made by what we call a moral right, which is the acceptance that a human being has a need in order for him to exist in this world, but of course to coexist when they face with fellow beings. That's a moral right. It is something that you cannot live if without. Can you live without food?
I can.
Can you live without water?
Not.
Can you live without sleeping?
Nope.
Can you live without the need of maybe of loving someone, laughing? So all these, we call them moral right, where we draw our human basic right. It is something that a human being cannot live if without. And the second part, it is the intellectual obligation of a human being to think how to make these needs happen, to satisfy them, but without impacting on the life of fellow beings. Because all of us share the same need as per instinct. And therefore, we must respect one another with the boundaries, which are called moral boundaries, where everyone can struggle to satisfy his need, but without denying or arresting the life of fellow men.
So if I have caught you well, I'm going to put this in this understanding. It means that to understand the reason, we have to understand that first, a man finds himself in this world. And there are things which he is subjected, which of course you call the moral obligations. These are everything which requires life to exist.
Correct.
This includes everything which is a part of life. And this man also finds he's subjected to the things, and there is no way of escaping them rather than understanding them and responding to their urgencies.
But also understand that urgencies emanate from our instinct, which are the faculties of the feeling of a need. But the feeling of a need is not enough if without ethical principles or ethics in order for you to satisfy now the need.
Yeah, that's where now reason comes, because reason will tell you or will show a way of me going to have a food, but not maybe coming into your house and steal it.
That's correct.
Now it is a reason when I know how my moral obligations, I respond to them with not killing the life that I had.
That's correct.
So maybe which comes to reassure me that it is the major problem, because when people are living a life as they think, which is only restricted on those moral obligations and without a reason, you will find they go against reason every day.
Yes, but that's that's the problem. Actually, people now, they understand the instinct in them, and they think that instincts are an end to man. No, actually, instincts are there as a call for man to take action. But action, understand, must have choices. And such choices must be noble. Because this man understands he's not alone. Unfortunately, people of this world, today, many people just bound themselves to the instinct. But instinct does not differ you from an animal.
Yeah, sure.
Because you need food as a dog does.
Mhm.
You need sex as a dog does. You need companionship as a dog does. You feel pain when I pinch you.
Mm.
Okay? You have a sleep like a dog does. You feel hunger, thirst, everything that's like a dog. So you understand by nature we are animals. But what differs us from the animals? That should be the question now that we should be tackling. And here's when our reason begins. With the intellectual faculty that man has that not any animal does.
In your book, it is well you said even it well that a man is living a reasonable life when he's intellectually when he has an intellectual integrity, which means he can use his mind or in discerning what is reasonable and what's not reasonable.
Correct.
That's even where you mentioned differs him from an animal.
That's
which,
correct.
of course, I do think that many people think that it is virtuous to achieve what they want or what they need, even if it was done in every way. But because I have been successful, this is a good thing. But you find that at the end there is no reasonable things he has done, which of course is maybe a chaos when this reason is not understood first, which of course that it is a matter of an individual first.
This is what people they don't understand. In the self-governance, they don't understand that actually with reason is how the mind works. And the job of the mind is only one, is to know what is right, what is wrong. What is good, what is bad, what is the lie, what the truth. That's the job of the mind. Nothing else. The mind is not saying who built a lamp, who fabricated this cell phone or computers, aeroplanes. That have nothing to do with mind. That we call them technology. Technology does not apply mind. Technology only deals with the consistency testing of this and that to see if it can work to bring a given result. But it has nothing to do with mind. That's why Nelson Mandela is honored. That's why Gandhi is honored. That's why other people, as you know, are honored for their understanding of moral values of human beings, but Elon Musk is not honored. Trump is not honored. Politicians are not honored. They got to honor those people again because they are now deciding and dealing with the core reason of existence in this world. That's why we go to Dalai Lama. That's why I'll go to meet the gurus. That's why I'll go to monasteries. Because there is wisdom.
Now, I want to make sure if everyone, even who's following us, understand well the reason, because there is how many people define a reason by saying that it is anything which they have put as a reason. So you can even find someone is doing harmful things and they find, I have a reason for that. So that's why maybe I wanted that we clarify it better. Maybe let me say it, interpret the way you interpreted a reason. I see a reason as something which is independent first from what we are made of. We are made of moral obligations, instinct, as we have said it. And the reason it is something independent from us, because sometimes it requires us to kill some things which we love, but for a reason, for something reasonable.
A reason is an elevation from the animal self, entering now to the reason of existence. That means you are now tapping to the creators, asking, why are we here? You need now to know your mission in this world. You need to understand yourself in this world. You need to understand your choices and action in this world. You need to understand what are your dealings in this world. So, that's what the reason is. And the reason is connected to mind. And the mind is not in man. If mind is in man, there wouldn't be crime. People wouldn't kill one another because they have mind to think. So mind, it's another degree of level, another layer that we have to cross into to question in order to understand the animal self. So that faculty of living the animal instinct to question why the instinct is what now many people have failed to achieve.